Testing. Testing. Medford, color guard, post colors in place. Lieutenant, post colors.
Post colors. Present. Order. Order.
Ladies and gentlemen, the invocation this morning will be by Reverend Richard Harris Swan of Wesley United Methodist Church. Reverend Swan.
God of creation, God of our present and of our future, you sent us the dream that we might have life and have it abundant. You called us to dream of great freedom and dignity and justice for all your people. You called us in this day to be bearers of the light to a world that is too often tainted with darkness. We come before you remembering and giving thanks for those who dared to carry that torch in this place on this day 2 centuries ago. Lord, in their time and in their way, they stared into the eye of oppression and set free a hope that has changed the world. By their courage, by their sacrifice, they set us free. By their faith, they ignited a torch that will not cease its burning until all people are free from those who would bring tyranny and oppression. We thank you for the freedom you set before their eyes, and for your empowering hand that enabled them to bear in wonderful. But now both their dream and their torch is ours to bear. It is to us and the people of our time that you have called to be bearers of your light. Grant that we, like those we honor this day, may cherish and steadfastly guard this freedom. May we not just by what we say, by what
stage, proclamation will be read by John Michael J. McGlynn, Mayor of the City of Medford. Mayor McGlynn. Proclamation by His Excellency Governor William F. Wells. Whereas April 19, 1775 had a profound bearing on the history of our nation. And whereas on that day, three famous patriots, Paul Revere, William Dawes, Dr. Samuel Prescott, rose with the night to one fellow colonist and British troops had been assembled and were coming with the intention of capturing colonist leaders and seizing their supplies. And whereas yesterday that alarm, men and women congregated on the village green in Lexington on the morning of April 19, 1775, took up arms and commenced the struggle that would enable the colony's independence from England. And whereas the shot heard around the world was fired and conquered by the German patriots from the Middlesex countryside, who confronted the redcoats and ultimately forced the British to turn back to the North Bridge. And whereas joining forces along the Battle of Lord Army, now known as Arlington, Minutemen militia and colonists from cities and towns throughout the Commonwealth decided to overpower the retreating British. And whereas it is appropriate that all Massachusetts citizens recognize the importance of this day in our history and pay tribute to the dedicated people who fought on the village green in Lexington on that decisive day. Now therefore I, William F. Wells, Governor of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, in accordance with Chapter 22 of the Act of 1938 of the General Laws, do hereby proclaim April 19, 1996 to be Patriots Day, and observe April 15, 1996 as the day of celebration, and urge that the citizens of the Commonwealth take cognizance of this event by paying tribute to these valiant individuals of Massachusetts, and by recognizing their loyalty, courage, and dedication to the priceless heritage of freedom. William F. Galvin, Secretary of the Commonwealth, William F. Wells, Governor of the Commonwealth. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now use musical selection. While I'm stating senior number 2 make one loud. As Medford town folks have done for over 2 centuries, we gather this morning on Patriots Day to recognize with deep respect our rich history and to pay homage to the brave Minutemen who gallantly answered the call to arms on that fateful April day in 1775. It is fitting and wholly appropriate that we meet here at the Harold Salem Street Burial Ground, the final resting place of many of Medford's earliest settlers and war heroes, located amidst our community's oldest center of trade and commerce. Today, thanks to the penetrating scholarship and research of America's modern historians, we know more about and have a broader understanding of the events of that day and about what led to the fighting at Lexington and Concord. We have more knowledge of what was achieved and of the difficulty involved in pursuing liberty. For too long, Paul Revere's Midnight Ride lived as an almost mystical event in American history, an event made hopeful with the help of Longfellow's famous poem, a favorite recitation of every school child. In a recent book, Paul Revere's Ride, David Haggard Fisher, foreign professor of history at Brandeis University,
American Revolution. From the fall of 1774 to the spring of 1775, Paul Revere found himself at the center of events. He was instrumental in mobilizing the acts of many others. We have also learned that Paul Revere was not the only messenger riding that night. Some of them to this day remain unknown. Dispatching of these other couriers was a result of careful preparation. Paul Revere and the other messengers did not spread the alarm merely by knocking on individual farmhouse doors. They also awakened in a systematic manner town leaders and military commanders of their region. Paul Revere and his fellow Whigs of Massachusetts knew from long experience that successful effort requires sustained planning and careful organization. The way they went about their work made a major difference that night. Paul Revere's arrival in Medford, directly to the house of Captain Isaac Hall, commander of Medford's Minutemen, triggered the town's alarm system. Repeated gunshots, the beating of drums, and the ringing of bells filled the air. From Medford, another express rider was sent galloping to the northeast. He was Dr. Martin Herrick, a young Harvard graduate who studied in Medford and worked 15 miles to the north in Linfield. Martin Herrick carried Paul Revere's message of alarm northeast from Medford to the village of Stoneham, then turned east towards Reading. There he roused the militia forces of that town. From Reading, Martin Herrick rode on to Lynn End, alarmed the militia company there, and later joined as a volunteer on the march. Martin Herrick also set other riders in motion. One was in Lynn by early morning, another galloped from Reading to Danvers, a third rode 14 miles to Andover. Along the north shore of Massachusetts, church bells began to toll, and the beat of drums was heard for miles. Some towns responded to these warnings even before couriers arrived. Our pride in Medford's Major John Brooks does not wane. Major Brooks commanded the Reading Minutemen. While on the march to Concord, he collected more militia companies and led them into action at Miriam's Corner, at Lincoln Woods, at Lincoln Plain, and at Fisk Hill. This venerated physician, soldier, statesman later rose to the rank of Major General. 4 of the Americans who were at Lexington and Concord on April 19th went on to become governors of Massachusetts. John Hancock, Samuel Adams, Elbridge, Gerry, and Medford's John Brooks. John Brooks became a leader in the Federalist Party and was elected 6 terms as governor from 1817 to 1822. He is the only person from the community to have been elected governor of the Commonwealth. The largest monument in this burying ground cites his long service and honors his memory. As today we pause with reverence and allow the ingenuity, the gallantry, and the contribution of all those who have fought at Lexington and Concord, we honor the 59 Medford Minutemen who answered Paul Revere's call, 2 of them giving their lives in that day's battle. We salute the memory of Captain Isaac Hall, young Martin Herrick, and Major John Brooks. They were the first of thousands of Medford men and women who have answered our country's call in other battles, in other wars, in other conflicts, all in the cause of liberty and freedom. Let us remember and honor our Revolutionary War heroes and all of America's heroes ever fallen, the dead and the living of all wars, by rededicating ourselves to peace and justice. Let us do this in their name and in their memory. Thank you.
Thank you, President Mayako. Ladies and gentlemen, musical selection, Battle Hymn of the Republic, followed by the Medford High School Band. Girl Scouts, joined by Ladies Auxiliary, both the EAV and the American Legion, and Captain Joseph Stokes of the 1st New Hampshire Regiment, decorated with graves. Both these men and women served our nation during the Revolutionary War. In one instance, that is the grave to my immediate left, it's a large rock, contains the remains of 42 men. They were buried in a mass grave. Those men worked in the state of New Hampshire. They were killed in the Battle of Bunker Hill. We are very honored to have with us again this year, 1st New Hampshire Regiment, here as they honor their dead in the Revolutionary War. Girls and boys, ladies, if you would please. Captain Stokes. Ladies and gentlemen, while the decoration of the graves is being done,
where love is, there is God. Love for our country, love for God, love for our great city of Medford, love for the Patriots, and love for each and every one of you. May you share that love wherever you go today. And now, may the good Lord bless and keep you. May the good Lord always be your friend. May the good Lord lift his countenance upon you and bring you peace. In the name of the Creator, Liberator, and Sustainer of life. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, musical selection, Amazing Grace, followed by the Henry Mary Pirate Maestro. Salute by the American Legion Post 45 Firing Squad, and immediately thereafter salute by the first.
Handle, cartridge. Charge, cartridge. Ram down, cartridge. Prime. Take grenade. Fire.
Celebration here at Cemetary. We'd like to welcome you to March with us, to have the funeral hall, and to await the arrival of all Reveres. In doing so, we ask you to join up behind the high school band, which is forming out the East Cemetery to my left, and River Street joining up terribly. Thank you very much for participating this morning. We hope you have a very nice day.
You got a lot of hats. We know that you have a lot of hats. Oh, I thought it was just a couple of minutes advice.
Hi, this is Jack Buckley, Medford School Committee, down here waiting for Paul Revere to arrive. And we're supporting the Bookathon this year in Medford. And I'd like to ask some of the people from the Revolutionary period what they'd rather be doing when Paul Revere's not here.
Hi, I'm Janie Ritchie from North Andover, and I would rather be reading a good book.
Thank you. And you, sir?
I'd rather be reading a good book, too.
See that? It's universal. Even the revolutionists would rather be reading. So please, help in the Bookathon, and let's support the Bookathon. If you can't give a donation, get a book. Help us next weekend. Thank you. I think it's the three of us. See, what's going to hurt? What's going to hurt? I don't just have to go the other guys. Matter of fact, when I was out getting names, I couldn't tell you how many people said, I was a speaker of the House who just had to resign. I said, I have no idea. Wait, I don't know. That's the first reaction. I have no idea. Well, I'm with you.
Oh, man. He's going to be in it this year real quick.
Let me say this.
He's really excited.
Because of Paul Revere, the Fortunatos were able to come to this country. Okay, without them, without Paul Revere, I didn't elect Joe.
Hi, this is Jack Buckley along with Mayor McGlynn, Lena Dintomaso of the school committee, and we're here with Paul Revere, who's visiting the city right today. And tell me, Paul, if you're not riding through the cities and towns warning that the British are coming, what would you rather be doing?
I would much rather be reading.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Hooray! There you go. All right for Paul. Thank you.
Thank you, folks.
That's it.
Hey, Joe. Jimmy DePaul. How are you? Oh, my Uncle John. John DePaul. My father's brother. Keep going, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to once again introduce Daniel Lawrence, as you remember, the individual who built our local hospital for us, who would like to do the midnight ride for Paul Revere.
Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere. On the 18th of April in 75, hardly a man is now alive who remembers that famous day and year. He said to his friends that the British marched by land or sea from the town of Cemetary, hang a lantern aloft in the belfry arch of the North Church Tower with a signal light. One if by land and two if by sea, and I am the officers patrol will be, ready to ride and spread the alarm through every Middlesex village and farm, and the country folks to be out into line. Then he said good night, and with muffled doors silently rode to the Charlestown shore. Just as the moon rode over the bay, was swinging wide at her moorings light. The Somerset British man of war, a phantom ship with each mast is 520. Across the moon like a prison bar, and a huge black hull that was magnified by its own reflection in the tide. Meanwhile, his friends who alley in the street wandered and watched with eager ears, filling the silence around him to hear. The muster of men at the barracks door, the sound of arms and the tramp of feet, and the measured tread of the grenadiers marching down to the boats on the shore. Then he climbed the tower of the old North Church by the wooden stairs with stealthy tread to the belfry chamber overhead, and startled the pigeons from their perch. On the sombre rafters that round they made, massive and moving shade for shade, by the trembling ladder steep and tall to the highest window in the wall, where we paused to listen and look down, a moment on the roofs of the town, and the moonlight flowing over all. You know the rest in the brochure of red, how the British regulars fight and fled, how the farmers gave them ball for ball, from behind each bench of the farmyard wall, chasing the redcoats down the lane and crossing the field through measured games. Under the trees at the turn of the road, and only pausing for fire and road. So through the night rode Paul Revere, so through the night in his pride alarm. To every Middlesex village and farm, a cry of defiance, not of fear, a voice in the darkness, a knock at the door, and a word that shall echo forevermore. So born on the night when those are past, through all our history to the last, in the hour of darkness and peril and need, the people will awaken and listen to hear the heavy and quick beat of that speed, and the midnight message of Paul Revere.
One footnote that Daniel just got that assignment about 5 minutes ago. He's a last-minute stand-in, so we thank him very much.
Excellent job.
Now the person we've all been waiting for, who's done so much not only for the people of our community in Menominee and Lexington and Concord, Paul Revere.
I learned the Sons of Liberty here in Medford, and now I'm on my way to Menominee and learn and warn the Sons of Liberty there. Warn them of the regulars are out and being rode across the river to Charlestown. Thank you.
All right. Happy trail.
Excellent. Excellent. Good job, Paul. Thanks so much for everything.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you very much.
Mustang picture of him in the yearbook somewhere.
the entire Gaffeys family. To Congressman Ed Markey, to the members of the legislative delegation, to the members of the city council and the school committee, we thank you for your continued support. And all the bands that did a tremendous job. Hats off to the high school band that put on a tremendous display today. Have a good day, everybody.
Yeah, where'd you come? Oh,
Anthony's doing great. Anthony's doing really good. He's really